Armstrong and Miller. Mr. Armstrong, come on in and have a nice seat here. That's a lovely welcome. That's a lovely welcome. How nice. Hey, great to see you. I hope you didn't mind the joke earlier, the Mr. I only made it because I know you used to work with them. They used to write with you,
They used to write for our show, yeah. No, we love them. They wrote for our Channel 4 series, and then they got really famous and we couldn't hire them anymore.
So they don't want to write for you anymore. They want to write for themselves. That was when you used to get naked all the time on the Channel 4 show, wasn't it?
Yes.
Did you do that an awful lot, or was it just one of those things you did once or twice and everyone thought you did an awful lot?
We did an awful lot.
OK.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed it?
We did a bit.
Something strangely empowering about, you know, getting your norks out on set.
It's kind of empowering for you.
I mean, I always used to, you know, when we were getting our clothes off...
No, go on, you talk. Ben is one of nature's more empowered men, I say.
I see.
So he's always quite keen to
That was nothing to do with it.
But you don't do that now anymore?
No, we don't. Well, actually, you did the new series, Ben gets...
I got him off in moving wallpaper, actually, quite recently.
And was this in the script, or you just insisted?
It was like wrestling with 2 onions in a string bag. It was a dreadful moment, and I realised that those days are quite literally behind me.
Because...
and below me, and in front.
Age and gravity is taking its cruel toll.
Yeah.
OK, here's the thing, Armstrong and Miller, the name Armstrong and Miller, when I heard it, it doesn't sound to me immediately like a... Because it sounds like you could be tailors in Savile Row.
It's a bit boring, doesn't it?
It's quite straight-laced sounding.
It is a bit straight-laced,
Now, when you get together like that, did you not consider using your first names first? Because they're quite exotic. Well, Ben isn't, but Alexander, you shorten it to Xander, don't you?
Yeah.
So Xander and Ben. Ben and Xander sounds quite forceful.
Is this an appropriate forum to discuss the Xander thing?
Yeah, well... bring it up, go on.
Why are you called Xander?
Because that's what my mum used to call me. How much fun to have a name that begins with X.
Yeah, it is cool, but your name doesn't, really. It begins with A. Your nickname begins with X.
My nickname begins with X. That's fun. It's got to be...
Xander does sound good, though. I expected like a bald villain from a science fiction movie.
Getting there.
Yeah.
What I like about Xander's name is it's forcing other people to talk posh.
Yes.
That's what I quite like about it. You can't really... You want to say Xander, you feel a bit embarrassed, and you go, Xander.
Yeah.
And it's very hard. It's basically... It's basically a posh retro.
Well, Xander, are you posh? I mean, you must be quite posh, I guess.
Well, a bit, maybe a bit. It's not really, though.
Well, you're dressed quite posh.
What do you think?
Yeah, you're dressed...
Smart.
You're dressed very Pimm's o'clock, aren't you, right there? It's like...
I would say...
He is, though, isn't he? It's like, I thought maybe they made him look that way for the advert, but he does it to himself. OK, where did the two of you meet? You've known each other for quite a while, I guess, but when and where did you meet?
We met... we actually met at a World Party gig in Cambridge in about 2000... No, in 90-something.
What did you study at Cambridge?
English.
English. And what did you study at Cambridge?
Well, natural sciences, but that's a sort of... That became physics.
Physics is like a proper subject. I mean, anyone can do English, but physics is a proper subject. And did you finish the course? Did you pass? Did you do well?
I did finish the course, and I started a PhD in physics.
Well, now, aren't your parents then terribly disappointed that with, let's face it, you know, an arts degree and science, you could have a proper job. You could, like, solve global warming and you could write a nice pamphlet about it. I mean, you could use your abilities... properly, you're not. You're throwing yourselves away. Surely, Mum and Dad, Mum, Pa, they must be a little bit frustrated, or am I?
My mum is still nervous about my career, and she does... Look, you know, she gets the Guardian, and the Media Guardian, she will still phone me sometimes and say, there's a production assistant job going at the BBC. You know, it's regular money.
Let me talk about the series. New series coming October the 16th, I believe. Friday, October the 16th here on BBC One. Very excited about that. Who's coming back from the old series? Who's new?
The pilots are back. The World War II pilots, obviously, they're very
I love
popular.
the pilots. You know the pilots, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, I might show you a clip. That's a great thing. And that's caught on quite big, hasn't it?
That has.
Yeah.
I mean, we're now writing for the third series, and we've got that big Joan Armour trading moment coming. One day we're going to have to lose them.
What's the Joan Armour trading moment?
We have to drop the pilots.
Oh.
It's
Get out now. Get out. You can stay. You get out. We'll find someone new for you. Do people ever... I know you don't do catchphrases, but do people ever try and do the characters to you? Like, do they ever come up and try and...
Yeah,
what
they
did
do.
that guy try and do to you?
Yeah, I had the guy in a garage who just said, isn't it? Isn't it? To me, isn't it? Isn't it? It was in Northumberland. He said, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? That's you, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? That's as near as we get to a catchphrase.
And how do you get, elegantly, how do you get out of that situation with
Yes, it is me. Where do I sign? There we are. Thank you very much.
If I may quote Joan Armour Trading, I'm glad you haven't dropped the pilot.
Yeah, thank you.
You like what I did there? Yeah. Now, I haven't seen you guys live. Do you do much live comedy? I know you did a sketch for Comic Relief, but I've never seen you guys on stage together.
Well, here's the thing. We're doing a tour. The tickets got on sale now, and it'll be in the autumn next year, and we're going to do all the characters from the show so far.
OK,
yeah.
so a big tour. This is going to be a big commitment, I guess, is it?
Yeah. But we did start doing stand-up, and we started doing live stuff. We did sort of 4 years of doing live comedy before we ever got the show on TV. So it's kind of exciting to see if we can still do it again, and kind of it's just something so exciting about it not taking 12 months to make a series and having that instant reaction.
Now, I know I've seen you on TV in commercials. You do an awful lot of voiceover for commercials as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's a sort of dirty secret, the kind of actors doing sort of voiceovers kind of thing, isn't it? It's a kind of something that... And what I really like about it is that it's kind of anonymous, and up until this moment, lucrative. I suspect that might be drying up rather quickly now.
Do you do different voices though? Do you put on the "Oi, come on, get me tea now"? You know, like an accent, or
oh yeah.
Hey now, the underarms are so fresh as a heather. You know, that's just off the top of my head. I just made that up. I don't know if that was believe it or not, that was improvisation.
Zana does a very good sort of Patrick Allen kind of thing.
Yes,
I've heard you doing those.
Any electrical goods thing, you know, there's sort of 30 seconds of marginal reduction in price in any electrical goods store. That usually comes my way. Anything that requires that sort of voice.
I thought that was an actual bloke with that voice. I thought there was a man who had like a cardigan on with pads there and a pipe.
That's him. That's Patrick. Yes, Patrick Allen. No longer with us, obviously. So
you've
very lucrative for me.
So I was asking you to do a voiceover for me for the show. Say we were taking the radio advert. Could you do that? Could you promote the show? Could you do us like a voiceover stuff?
Of course.
Okay,
we could. Yeah. How many weeks does it run?
How many weeks does it run?
Of the year do you do?
This show is about, I don't know, about 52 weeks of the year.
52 weeks of relentless comedy.
Well, that's a double-sided thing right there, isn't it? Ben, here's a... Could you do it? Hold it. Graham's show is on Monday night. Starts here on BBC One, Monday nights, 10:35. Do one for Graham's show. Is that good, Graham? OK, could you do one for Graham's show for me?
Tune into the Graham Norton Show on One. Please remember, all celebrity bookings are subject to availability. The ratings of the show can go up as well as down.
OK. Very nicely done, I'll do a voiceover for you. Armstrong and Miller, October the 16th, BBC One. Don't miss it. Great to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, Xander and Ben. Xander and Ben.